Hola Aquarius, and welcome to Venusian Empress Oracle. You are joining Priestess Melissae, and it is so good to have you here for this Cinco de Mayo full moon lunar eclipse message. Of course, happening in Mercury retrograde. How fitting. We are going to be tapping into the Moonology Oracle cards to get the main energy out and see what's going on. Bear in mind, guys, these are general readings, which may or may not resonate with you. But hey, 9 times out of 10, if you were drawn here, you will find a message here for you. Definitely take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Hit the like button and let me know below how this may be resonating. Guys, I'm seeing 4 of Pentacles and 5 of Pentacles. Perhaps you're holding back from losing any more than you already have. Perhaps you are in a mindset of fear, perhaps at this time. Yeah, maybe somebody has some control over the money and is trying to keep you trapped or make you feel stuck. That could be a father, a husband type of energy, someone who feels like they have some control in your life and is causing quite a bit of conflict at the same time. Definitely some pretty intense energies we're tapping into already for you, Aquarius. Let's take a look also at some love messages, which we will be getting from our love messages in separation. So this could be someone you're in separation with and no communication with, or just something someone just doesn't have the guts to tell you, you know? Well, guys, if you'd like to know personally what's going on for you, do reach out to me at the information in the description box below, and we will figure it all out. Get your question ready for the end as well, and we will see what is going on for you. Let us get into this Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Aquarius, angels, ancestors, way showers, and guides, thank you for setting this circle of protection and wisdom for Aquarius. Evil Eye, back to sender, and thank you. Let us see what is going on, my dears. How are you doing? We are literally doing your reading on Cinco de Mayo. So we are tapping into the heart of these energies and what may be going on for you at this time, Aquarius. So let's see what's going on. For Aquarius, someone else got this. I can't remember right now. A time for healing. I'm going to say it was Scorpio that got this. But definitely you want to be aware that if you have been through a lot, especially if you've been in a controlling dynamic, especially like in your home, again, whether that be a father, a husband, anything like that, this is the dynamic I feel like is coming up at this time. And perhaps you've been having some feelings about how you can break free from all of this. Show the world the real you. So here's your energy, Aquarius. It's time to allow yourself to be seen. And I feel like someone, or for some reason, you have not been able to really show who you are. 333, whether that be, you know, just the people around you, whether someone's been keeping you in hiding, in a sense, feels like. Your commitment is being tested. So troubled waters going on here, and there is, or rocky waters, and I feel like there's some kind of decision coming forward today. Believe in the impossible. Maybe you feel it's impossible that you could get out from under the control of someone, you know, again, whether that be in work, because we did see a lot of pentacles, and we saw the Emperor come up, which could be a boss. So this may be the dynamic that you're dealing with at this time, Aquarius, is how can you perhaps move your career, your life in a much better direction where things really start to happen and move forward for you, right? Let me get to your card and then we can read it. Okay, so show the world the real you, and perhaps you haven't been able to show who you really are for quite some time. 444. Repeating numbers may be coming up for you. Let me know below which ones are and what their meanings are too. I would love to know. This card brings the message from the cosmos that you need to detach a little from whatever situation you are asking about. So definitely this feels like, you know, if you have been in a controlling type of dynamic, whether it be money, you know, like your job or work, whatever the case may be, pulling back is called for at this time. Not saying you got to do a hard flipping a bitch, as they say, but, you know, start to, you know, not give as much and things of that nature. Pull back a little bit more of your energy at this time. Someone might be keeping you at arm's length now, but it's too bad. It's no bad thing. It's important for you to allow things, life to unfold in progress, even if change seems like a frightening prospect. You've been holding yourself back from showing the world the real you. This card reminds you that your unique characteristics are what make you special. In a relationship, are you being too aloof or detached? Go ahead and be yourself in whatever is coming up for you. So, you know, a lot of times too, we put on a different face perhaps in front of people when we first are getting to know them or meeting them or that kind of thing. Well, that's kind of the worst thing we could do, because if we're not being ourselves, then someone's liking us for someone we're really not. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in a relationship like that where, you know, people are really into you and, you know, really affectionate and all of these things. That stuff should not die over time. It should become more of a deeper, you know, connection between the two of you. And if it's dying off, then maybe things weren't real to begin with. You know, maybe somebody wasn't really being who they were, and that didn't allow you or them to draw in the right partner for them. You know, we were putting on our mask instead of really being ourselves and allowing the right person to come forward. So the moon energy of this card says be aware of your feelings, but also be prepared to move on. Very strong message. All right, Aquarius. So let's get into this energy and see what's going on for you. Light Seers cards. Let's see what's up. We have got some full energy coming out here today with this Five of Wands. I feel like you are ready to just trust Spirit. She's doing like that trust fall, you know, falling back into the water. It's like, I feel like you are ready to just kind of like jump back out there again. Maybe, you know, start to connect with other people. I'm not saying necessarily get into a sexual relationship, which hopefully you wouldn't be doing that right away, because I feel like you haven't been too impressed with what you've been seeing out there anyway, right? Most of the people out there are in third-party relationships, or just not very happy in their situations, but not handling them wisely as well. But I feel like you have that in your mind, going in a different direction. You know, how can you really be happy in your life? Not just cheat to get a monkey branch from one person to the next. I don't feel like that's you, Aquarius. But at the same time, you're tired of perhaps having to hide yourself and not be who you really are, you know? It's all about you being happy, and I feel like you're blocking that with that Eight of Wands in reverse whenever you're not honoring yourself, what you really feel, right? And perhaps a lot of times that gets put on the back burner, Aquarius, right? And then our energy is the one that takes the hit for it. And then we feel sad, we feel resentful and things of that nature because we're always giving to other people, but we're not giving the same way to ourselves that we would to others. Well, Spirit says something has to change, all right? Because you need to, or you're being asked to see your own value and worthiness. You know what I mean? You don't have to do anything. But, you know, things are going to change one way or the other, you know? That's just the way that it goes, you know, when your energy, when the balance, when there's that imbalance, you know what I'm saying, something has to change, and either it's going to affect you or it's going to affect things around you, and you certainly don't want it affecting you directly your mental, emotional, or physical state of being, right? But it could affect your environment around you, changes, you know, that could be happening. It may feel like injustice, but it's really just karma coming back to help try to teach us, you know, about our choices perhaps, and not to make them again, especially more than anything. But, you know, right now I feel like the biggest thing is getting out of a situation perhaps you felt trapped in for far too long. You know, maybe you haven't been able to have children with this person, right? You just don't feel very good about this situation is what it feels like, Aquarius. And maybe you did have to deal with cheating and injustices and things like that, if this is a relationship that we're talking about, you know. But in any case, I feel like there's just an energy here that does not want to be constrained any longer, doesn't want to be controlled. You know, I feel like you want to do this healing. It just feels like perhaps a lot, and like it's going to take a lot. But you know, we all have to traverse this in our own ways, with our own variables in place, you know. But we all have to go through these challenges and these tests, if you will, to move up, to level up, if you will, right? And part of that leveling up is loving ourselves. So messages from those in separation or you're not speaking with, you are so beautiful inside and out. Wow. Someone could have even said this to you in the past, but they definitely do see your value and worth. They may not have expressed that or really showed that to you in the way that they should have when they were with you, Aquarius, but they're absolutely coming through right now and letting you know. I remember how we used to laugh and talk for hours about everything. I miss you. So this person is definitely missing that companionship, that connection that you once had with one another. They know how beautiful you are. They just probably are very sad at this point that they didn't honor, you know, vocalizing that and allowing you to know that. I know that we are spiritually connected, so this person feels like they're pulling at your heartstrings a little bit. You may even feel this energetically. I feel like you have been trying to block them, though, and block this energy from affecting you, you know, trying not to think about this person. I am trying to be someone you can trust. So what did they do to break the trust to begin with, is what I would want to ask here, you know? It's like if someone's willing to go to the lengths of breaking trust with you, you have to consider, you know, what was really going on with them to begin with, right? But Spirit's saying something definitely has to change, all right? Because you deserve just as much love, affection, you know, respect, all of that as the next person. But it's an injustice when we don't ensure that we give that to ourselves, when we don't pour into ourselves, when we don't show up in the world as our true self, right, Aquarius? Beautiful. So definitely hit that like button, subscribe, and bell notification. Let me know down in the comments how this may be resonating, and let's get an answer to your question, shall we? In 3, 2, 1. And the answer I'm getting, my dears, is a yes. Beautiful. I hope that was the answer you were looking for. Now, don't forget, you can reach out to me for a personal reading. All that is in the description box. You guys have a beautiful Cinco de Mayo. Buenas noches. Buenos dias. See you soon. Bye for now.